This is Engineer Jerome S. Agas, taking a Master's in Computers in Engineering, specialized in Data Science and Engineering at Polytechnic University of the Philippines Graduate School. So my subject is Intelligent System and Robotics, supervised by Dr. Ryan Evangelista. So my task is to review a paper research about expert system. Okay, so the title of my research in expert system is Expert System Detection Human Skin Disease Using Forward Chaining Method Based Web Mobile. Okay, so letter A, who have done the work, or who are the author of this research? So first is the main author, which is Jenny Sundari, STMIK, Nusa Mandiri, Information Technology Program, Jakarta, Indonesia. So second author is Hamima, STMIK, also the Nusa Mandiri Information Technology Program, Jakarta, Indonesia. Okay, third is Popon Handayani, STMIK, Nusa Mandiri Information Technology Program, Jakarta, Indonesia. So same with the fourth, which is Unita. And the fifth is Ibnu Dwi Lesmono, taking at AMIK BSI Purwokerto Management Informatic Program, Purwokerto, Indonesia. So it's hard to pronounce. Okay, the sixth author is Mulya Ramayu. She is also in STMIK Nusa Mandiri Information Technology Program, Jakarta, Indonesia. So seventh author is Paramita Kusumawardani, ABA BSI Jakarta, English Program, Jakarta, Indonesia. Eighth is Yusnia Budiarti, STMIK Nusa Mandiri Information Technology Program, Jakarta, Indonesia. So 9 is Fadila, also in ABA BSI Jakarta, English Program, Jakarta, Indonesia. So the 10th and the last author is Nur Hayati, ABA BSI Jakarta, English Program, Jakarta, Indonesia. Okay, so these are all the author of this research about an expert system. So letter B, what were their goals or objectives? So the goal is the existence of this expert system application makes it easy for people to get any information about skin disease through forward chaining method that is made to provide information about diagnosis of several skin disease and produces conclusion, especially in Indonesia, which is a tropical country where the humidity is very high and can increase the development of bacteria on skin in another situation. Not all people understand skin disease treatment or prevention by the reason. So that's the goal. So first, what is forward chaining method? So forward chaining method of reasoning in artificial intelligence in which inference rules are applied to existing data to extract additional data until an endpoint or the goal is achieved. In this type of chaining, the inference engine starts by evaluating existing facts, derivation, and conditions before deducing new information. An endpoint or the goal is achieved through the manipulation of knowledge that exists in the knowledge base. Okay, so as you can see the figure here, so we have the fact. Where are the facts in the lower hierarchical? So they have N and R. We have the decision 1 and decision 2. So they merge to found the answer, so which is the decision 4. So this would be the goal. Okay, so or the endpoint. Letter C, what were the research question, if any? Actually, an A, because this is an experimental type of research. Okay. Letter D, what were their methods in terms of, but not limited to, how have they gathered relevant data? Who are the participants? So, the skin disease patient in Indonesia. Okay, that's the participants. How is the data gathering set up? So, the following data is obtained from the expert science and research and experiences in diagnosing skin diseases. So, this is the way how to gather the data. So, through doctors. Okay, so What are the tools, techniques used in the data gathering? Actually, observation and interview. Observation and interview technique by the expert in the skin disease. So number 2, how do they form the database? How do they collect the clean data? Not applicable because all of those data are necessary. Therefore, no need to clean the data or reduce it. So number 3, how do they process the data, or how do they develop the fuzzy logic? Through the decision tree, through forward chaining method and implementation with ES web or the expert system web. So fuzzy logic, because it is not a Boolean way, because this is in a decimal. We're talking about the probability. This is the decision tree talk about. So it is not 1 or 0, or it is not yes or no. So we have the probability through the symptoms of the disease. Letter E, what were their findings? So the expert system could help the users or the patients to diagnose the suffered disease based on the selected symptoms by those who did a direct consultation. So through the use of the expert system web. Okay, so the use of the forward chaining method with the research process can be used to create an expert system for detecting human skin diseases. So that's what the forward chaining method is all about. Okay, so the way of how they manipulate the decisions or the data. Okay, so letter F, what were their gaps in their studies or findings? So the process of designing of the expert system application program to diagnose skin disease in human includes several steps that must be considered, such as knowledge acquisition, knowledge representation, compilation of databases, inference machines, UML diagrams, interface design, implementation, and testing. So that's the gap. So we need all of those consideration to execute the data going to the goal or to the answers. Okay, so lastly, letter G, my takeaway in the research paper or in this paper. So number 1, the expert system itself. Because of this research, this is the first time I read about the expert system. So therefore, this is one of my takeaway, the expert system itself. So number 2, the forward chain method. So this is under the expert system web. So this is the another method for executing the data. Through this method, it is the one of the application for the diagnosis or the consultation testing. Okay, so number 3, some of the diseases can be used to detect through expert system. So by this research, the disease can be used to detect. Okay, so through this method, I was shocked that it can be possible to have an expert system to answer this kind of experiments or the diagnosis testing. So number 4, by using expert system web, we can perform the consultation with diagnosis result. So as I've said in the number 3, that the expert system is applicable in the medical. So number 5, the expert system is almost everywhere. So now I know that the expert system can be used to all, in a computer, in the medical or engineering, so the drawing. So that's the expert system. Even you are not expert on that aspect, so expert system will help you to guide. So the expert system itself giving you the best solution. So that's the takeaway in this paper. Okay, so I'm glad that I learned something new for this paper. Okay, so I would like to thank to all of you, those who are watching in this video or this presentation, to impart to all of you the knowledge that I can be share to all of you. So I would like to thank that I have the subject like this. So the intelligent system and robotics, paper review in ES. That's all. Thank you. Bye bye. With